vciso-au Cyberwatch, 26 December 2025. Strategic Cybersecurity Intelligence Brief powered by vciso-au. Stay informed, stay prepared, stay secure. Ensure your cybersecurity program is both proactive and verifiable. By Yeswanth Bodada DW Report, ANZ, Lin Electrical, Manufacturing, Electrical Services, Australia. None News from Deep Web. Dark Daily Web, INC, Ransomware Breaches, Wall Street English, 3.5 Data leaked Wall Street English, formerly Wall Street Institute, a global English language learning academy, has allegedly been compromised by the INC ransomware group. The group claims to have exfiltrated 3.5 TB of data from the organization. Wall Street English operates over 450 centers in 28 countries, with international offices located in Barcelona, Spain, and Hong Kong. The threat actors have posted a ransom note advising management to contact them to prevent a global leak of personal data, accompanied by screenshots of the alleged stolen files. Green Bill's data breach, 39 GB of medical and insurance files exposed. Greenbills.com, a reputable US-based company specializing in EMR/EHR software and medical practice management, has allegedly been compromised. The company, which has been active since 2009, primarily services chiropractic clinics, physical therapy centers, and other treatment facilities in New York and New Jersey. They manage sensitive patient information related to no-fault, PIP, and workers' compensation claims. Hermes Medical Solutions data breach, termite ransomware attack targets. Hermes Medical Solutions, HMS, a global leader in molecular imaging software, has allegedly been compromised by the termite ransomware group. Headquartered in Stockholm, the company specializes in providing advanced software suites like Hermia, which integrate medical imaging modalities and dosimetry tools for nuclear medicine and diverse clinical specialties. According to the actor, the allegedly compromised data includes 25 GB of confidential data. HelloWork job platform allegedly exposed in 2.am record data breach. 1. Fortinet warns of active exploitation of FortiOS SSL VPN 2FA bypass vulnerability. Fortinet reported observing recent in-the-wild abuse of a 5-year-old FortiOS SSL VPN vulnerability under specific configurations. The flaw is tracked as CVE 2020-1.812, CVSS score 5.2, and affects SSL VPN authentication in FortiOS. The vulnerability allows users to bypass two-factor authentication, 2FA, by changing the case of their username during login. The issue occurs when 2FA is enabled for a local user, but authentication is configured to use a remote method such as LDAP. Fortinet explained in July 2020 that the root cause is inconsistent case-sensitive username handling between FortiGate and LDAP directories. FortiGate treats usernames as case-sensitive, while LDAP directories do not, leading to authentication mismatches. The vulnerability has been actively exploited by multiple threat actors and was previously listed by the US government among perimeter device weaknesses weaponized in 2021 attacks. In a December 24, 2025 advisory, Fortinet outlined the exact conditions required to exploit CVE 2020-282. Exploitation requires local FortiGate users with 2FA enabled, referencing LDAP authentication and membership in an LDAP group. At least one LDAP group used by those users must be configured in a FortiGate authentication policy, including admin, SSL VPN, or IPsec VPN access. When these conditions are met, users can bypass 2FA by logging in with any username casing that does not exactly match the local account. FortiGate then fails local authentication and falls back to LDAP authentication, allowing access if credentials are valid. This behavior enables admin or VPN users to authenticate without 2FA, even if local user policies enforce it. Fortinet released fixes in FortiOS 6.0.10, 6.2.4, and 6.4.1 in July 2020, and later versions allow mitigation by disabling username sensitivity. Fortinet recommends additional mitigation, such as removing unnecessary secondary LDAP groups, monitoring for 2FA bypass, and resetting credentials if unauthorized authentication is detected. 2. CISA flags. Actively exploited Digiva NVR vulnerability, allowing remote code execution. The U.S. Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, CISA, has added a vulnerability affecting Digiva DS2105 Pro Network video recorders, NVRs, to its known exploited vulnerabilities KEV catalog. The decision was made after CISA confirmed evidence of active exploitation in the wild. The vulnerability is tracked as CVE 2023-52163 and carries a CVSS score of 8.8, indicating high severity. CVE 2023-52163 is a command injection flaw that enables post-authentication remote code execution. According to CISA, the issue stems from a missing authorization vulnerability in the timed setup.cgi component. Successful exploitation allows authenticated attackers to inject and execute arbitrary commands on the affected device. The vulnerability has been actively exploited by threat actors, according to multiple security reports. Akamai and Fortinet reported that attackers are abusing the flaw to deploy botnets, such as Mirai and Shadow V2. TX's own research security researcher Ta Lun Yen noted that the vulnerability remains unpatched. The lack of a patch is due to the Digiva DS2105 Pro reaching end-of-life EOL status. A related vulnerability, CVE 2023-52164, CVSS score 5.1, allows arbitrary file read access and also remains unpatched. Exploitation requires attackers to log into the device and send a crafted malicious request. In the absence of a patch, users are advised to avoid exposing the NVR to the internet. Additional mitigation includes changing default usernames and passwords to reduce exploitation risk. CISA has directed Federal Civilian Executive Branch (FCEB) agencies to apply mitigations or discontinue use of the product by January 12, 2025, to protect their networks from active threats. Ransomware victims: Poland, POL Hun. Manufacturing, consumer chemicals. United States grade results. Education, EdTech. Electronic Interconnect, EI. Technology, Electronics Manufacturing, Massapequa Fire District, MassFD. Public Sector, Emergency Services, CMAC LLC. Construction, General Contracting. Thailand Seimitsu Thai Company Limited. Manufacturing, Industrial Tools. United Kingdom Invases Group. Manufacturing, Packaging Solutions. Argentina Maxstream, Travel and Tourism. NHPSA, New Hypack SA, Manufacturing, Packaging. Japan, 47 Club, E-Commerce, Regional Marketing. Guatemala Vitatrack SA, Consumer Services, Automotive and Tires. South Africa National Credit Regulator, NCR. Financial Services Government Regulator. Final note from vciso-au. Australia and New Zealand remain relatively untouched this week, but the global threat landscape continues to shift. Critical infrastructure, software supply chains, and endpoint security are under siege. Ensure your cybersecurity program is both proactive and verifiable. By Yeswanth Bodada,